Today, January 8th, 2025, marks a really special day for me. 1 year ago today, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was 36 years old and completely shocked. I was textbook healthy, and unlike the ability to find out that I had it, I will never know exactly what caused it. I just had a gut feeling as soon as I found the lump, and I've come to learn now that gut feelings are just guardian angels. When you find out that you have a life-threatening disease, one of the first things you want to know is, am I going to live? The statistics that doctors use to determine your odds is based on something called survivorship, which is dependent on a lot of different things, like hormone receptor status, treatment options, physical health. I was supposed to get on a plane to go to Vegas with my husband to celebrate his birthday right after I found out. Funny enough, as I was on my flight, I was reading a book and highlighted a passage of text that said, "What are you going to do? Sit around here and be sad? Get on the plane." I shushed the British voice taunting me in my head, saying, "Bit sad, isn't it?" I balanced between sad and scared, and I embraced my best YOLO persona. We ended up taking another small plane to the Grand Canyon and hiked for a day, which ended up being my favorite part of Las Vegas. Everything that I thought was super important in my life suddenly got reprioritized. It became clear to me how often I've borrowed from the bank of my health, taking loans on stress and sleepless nights to pay for things that really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I was posed with so many decisions I had to make without a lot of time to think. Surgery could take out all the cancer cells, curing me immediately, but there could be micrometastases. The expert cancer specialists were split on how to best treat my scenario. Prophylactic chemo could help increase my chances of survival, but it might be all done without needing to be. I didn't want to take a risk. I elected to have a double mastectomy with sentinel lymph node biopsy, a full round of chemotherapy, and immune-targeted therapy because my cancer was HER2 positive. There's a lot of education around getting mammograms at age 40 and beyond, but if I would have waited until then, I may not be here to share my message. Please listen to your body and be proactive with your health. Many have commented on what a tough year I've had, but I don't see it that way. I feel so much gratitude that I was one of the lucky ones. I got diagnosed early and it was very treatable. I decided that I could go on feeling sad for myself or I could have a positive attitude. There's something called the Tetris effect. In a study, participants were asked to play the game Tetris for many hours over many days. Many of the participants reported that they began seeing Tetris shapes everywhere, in boxes and buildings and dreams. Our brains can become wired to notice patterns that we've been repeatedly exposed to. If we train our brains to look for positive patterns like gratitude, moments of joy, we begin to see those patterns more frequently. Intentional mental habits helped shape my mindset and my perception about what was happening to me. I treated chemotherapy like cocktail hour, got dressed up, and matched my hats to my outfits. My husband and I ordered takeout and made it a weekly date. I was fighting cancer to live, and I wanted to really live. Life is short. You'll get 4,000 weeks here if you're lucky. Embrace it. Everyone has the privilege of being young, but not everyone gets the privilege of growing old. There's something really beautiful about taking the rubble from destruction and arranging it into something beautiful. Taking a crappy hand and winning at life anyway. I saved a poem last year titled "Same Time Next Year," written by Lindsay Rush, that I would like to share. It says, "This time next year, I hope you're gobsmashed by all the wishes and wins that life lobbed your way. I hope that your worries about that one thing have lifted, and you're so far past the pain you have to squint now to see it. I hope in 365 days or so, you find yourself pleased as punch, walking on air and up to your chest in contentment, certain but open to surprises that it can't get any better than this."